Dynamite fishing? You remember when we escaped the pits back when? Still some dynamite. Here it is. Just get... You do have an eye for opportunity. After all, it's not TNT the locals are short of.
Oh, what the chimichurri was that boom?
All the blistered fish they could ever want. All the blistered fish they could ever want. A bird with...
Ah, that burnt
You couldn't hit a cow's ass with a sitar.
Here are your tickets. Hurry, drifters. The boat is leaving soon, and nobody wants you to miss it.
So, this is it. We're leaving paradise behind. You never talked much about family and the like. But you're dead serious about this, aren't you? No matter. I made a vow to defend you. And I don't break an oath. Even if a blind man could see you leap into the deepest pit of dung.
I have never asked anything of you, firstborn. Not when you stole away a tiptoe, leaving the family burden at your little sister's door. Our father is accused of high treason. Dare you to believe it? Will you now stand by, knowing gentle father is indungeoned? It must kill him. Please come home. We need you. Is it really you, dearest sibling? I never dared hope you'd return. Do you remember Bright Sands? Of course you do. We loved it here. It's changed now. The Royal Council support Uncle Edvard. Father barely cold, and he's pulling everything down.
All those houses. You never said how wealthy you were. Why were we selling fish and sleeping in barns?
Never told your friend of Good and Sons? There is much to be said, but not now. Dear father's funeral begins.
Where have you been? Without you brats, we'll never be done with this obligation.
Looks like Death claimed the wrong brother.
No matter, so few are here, when they are the few he loved most.
Nobody likes a traitor, let alone his tainted offspring. Better make yourself scarce.
We shall, dear sibling, for now. I have acquired a small island with the last of my funds, and passage for all still loyal to father. Together we shall clear his name, or die trying.
Your sister reminds me of you. Must mean new adventures await, old pal.
This is it. Ditch water. End of the world. I hope you like it quiet.
What? Still here? Establishing a rival company?
Let Uncle Edvard scoff. A modest island, yes, but if you're at all like Father, you'll look beyond appearances. We must shelter the good, loyal people who have shown solidarity with our family. We need every hand we can get if we are to expunge this debris.
You reached a new milestone.
I know.
Do you remain here out of spite? Or is this some futile attempt at competition? As you are so desperate to appear responsible, you'll be pleased to hear the cost of that fantastical funeral falls to you.
Miserly, uncharitable dastard! Picking and choosing what he inherits. Timber, very good. I'll try not to think of the coffin.
We're fed at least.
See what slander Edvard prints in bright sands.
Samuel's child, is it? Thank heavens. I am so ashamed of every single word.
He twists every article in his favour at our and Father's expense. Father wouldn't have wanted us to sit on our hands while our one prospect was in such a state. So let's gather our townsfolk and ask them to spruce the place up. Mourning is eased, now we have others for company, sibling. It's been a hard day of labour for us all. We should cater to our tired, hungry people. We are running low on timber, but there's plenty in the ruins. We should clear some to stock up. help enough to demolish the larger ruins. Let's breathe some life into this place.
You reached a new milestone.
I won't lie, life's hard. What brings you here, Matt?
It's been a long, hard day. The people need to rest. And maybe wet their whistle.
Feels an eternity since the funeral. And the cost! Oh, why, it was extortionate. Repay me now, or sell up.
Your people are recovered and desirous to proceed. Set them to it. We're going to need as much space as we can clear. I feel sick to the stomach that Edvard could ask so much of us so soon after Father's death. It seems we are not alone in our contempt for Edvard.
Ready to repay my charity? Don't think you're finished, brat. Tell me you've managed Sababa Black.
Is there no limit to Uncle's...
We'd rather die than stay. Our flags still wave for Samuel. Let Edvard oppress us no more.
A life away from Edvard? We're on board. Only, we've no ship to get on board of.
If you pick me, you may have my boat. It's my poor aunt's legacy. Her second husband was a decent sailor. Everybody on board? Good.
What? Has your cleft of the family no shame that it now resorts to abducting my workers? The Queen's ambassador himself shall hear of this.
Abduction is a severe accusation.
And if I may, excuse me, a false one. We left Edvard quite willingly.
Pencil polishing popinjay. I should have been rid of you long ago.
I see nothing criminal. A bit of interfamilial bickering is only natural, and hardly a matter for the crown. And as for you, I have quite forgotten my manners. Sir Archibald Blake, ambassador and confidant to the Queen. Despite the circumstances, Her Majesty and I were pleased to hear of your return. Your father's death was a tragedy. We regret he never had the chance of a fair trial.
The real tragedy here is the vast funeral bill that goes unpaid, while this brat is living the life of O'Reilly.
Sadly, your uncle has indeed alerted me to some floating liabilities. I fear you have no choice but to settle them if I am to grant you your crown shipping license.
Edvard registered the debt officially.
Don't worry. That old tyrant can't hold us back anymore.
Indeed. Once my letterpress is up and running, the truth will come back to haunt Edvard. For your hospitality, please use my ship howsoever you may wish.
Now that sounds like good news.
As to the debt, my hands are tied, but it may warm Her Majesty's heart to see a new enterprise taking shape.
Maybe Edvard will try to prevent us owning a shipyard, but for now, let's at least house those workers.
You reached a new milestone.
With several passionate young reporters enlisted, our publishing house is already well underway. Our editorial section is sure to grow along with your city. We are fine-tuning the first issue as we speak.
Our dream of a shipyard is impossible without plenty of qualified hands.
Look busy, people.
We put our love into
You reached a new milestone.
You have father's fortitude. These people will follow you as they once followed him.
Your worthless rags have barely covered anything. Now, bring me sails. It's not like you have any use for them.
Clearly, Uncle's intention is to keep us from ever owning a shipyard.
Where do we take this?
We're in clover.
I have the amp half the time.
Where are my sails? Nothing you do will lift the cloud. Haven't seen a prison transport of mine, have you? If you do, be sure to return any salvage to me.
A competitor raised a settlement.
Saved! Do you also then save us from a grievous injustice? Edward's charges against us are pure fabrication. The man is an impostor.
A letter. It bears Edvard's seal.
Don't even think about sheltering Samuel's co-conspirators. Deliver them to prison at once, and I might lift your debt.
It cannot be. These names are those Father trusted most. Barristers, doctors, academics.
Open the letter. He's clearly up to no good. He certainly knows how to silence his critics.
What is it you are bringing? Did he really? Oh dear. Best leave these poor people with me. I will tell Edvard that the debt between you is quite settled.
That was none of your business. And what right has the Crown to meddle in my accounts? What right?
We are, all of us, quite moved by your selfless actions. Your father would be proud.
I am so relieved our legitimacy is no longer in question.
You're flourishing!
Hurry! I already smell the tar. See, the masts are swaying from Father's study.
Your city has grown more beautiful.
A few murmurings, still the Union. It's our human rights.
Our city's historic first shipyard. We must document this moment in our first edition. The perfect snapshot. Really, entirely marvelous to meet you. And that we may show truth, or anything, actually, in our broadsheet.
So you build ships like your father. Well, the Queen is in the direst need of ships.
A commission for the Royal Fleet, and in such quantity. A rare honour indeed. The weaponry they ask for presents a problem. I'm not even sure we have an iron load, do we? I see the iron is beyond our reach. We have no choice but to find a way through the mountain.
Still have a few sticks of dynamite. We can blow our way through. Perhaps not refined enough for your sister, but our workers can start their dig.
What are you both doing? Demolition is a serious matter wanting proper expertise. Father used Mr. Ticker on account of his good sense.
After the picket protests, many fine men left Bright Sands to join you. Then Edvard struck back. He imprisoned all who were close to your father, including my beloved Thomas. My husband and the others were deported to Wormway's prison, and I've heard nothing from him ever since. If you do find him unharmed, prithee tell him his wife yearns for his return.
We are nearing the place your father died. Whatever happens, stay calm.
So there you are, the traitor's children.
How dare you!
Oh, spare me the nauseating drivel. Flogging Queenie's peachy island in the New World to some rebel upstarts? Ha! Traitor is too generous a word.
Father would never have. He was the Queen's stalwart, a member of the Royal Council.
He hung himself in one of my cells. I'd call that a rather conclusive admission of guilt.
We did not come here to be insulted. We came to strike a bargain. The demolition man, Thomas. We want him.
Oh, I vaguely remember him. Stubborn, with a loose mouth, just as innocent as all the others. He is small fry. A bail has been set. Pay every penny of his money, and I will place him immediately at your disposal. I can't think why he'd be worth anything. Everyone here is beyond redemption.
I'd do anything to dodge Mr. Bleakworth's treadmill, but no, I'm not your expert.
The way Mr. Bleakworth treats us, I don't blame your father for bowing out with his dignity.
Traitor or not, Samuel wouldn't have wanted his people to suffer for it.
I was made to scrub Mr. Bleakworth's scabby back once.
I'm not going to tell you your father wasn't a traitor.
A competitor raised a settlement. Production has stopped.
Forget escape. And to what? Edvard's new vision for Bright Sands.
Samuel Goods, engineer? Aye, that's me. Who's asking?
That's the least I'm due. He is ready for transportation. Keep an eye to the horizon.
Stations. Oh, he's here. Try to make a good first impression, eldest. Any friend of father is a friend of ours.
So, I'm a commodity now, to be bought. I don't know what you're trying to achieve. Mining for you, mining... Bright Sands will never be matched, if that's what you're set on.
Ship constructed.
I count our blessings every day.
Done.
I'm still waiting for...
I'll do. Time for a nap in the hay. Wake me up when you're ready.
You give us a voice. We can't shut this.
Thought I was off to the...
Done.
Who are all these busybodies? Blowing up rocks can't be that complicated.
A shame you can't appreciate the craft this requires. Never mind. The charges have been primed. The perimeter cleared. We are ready to detonate. Boom.
My apologies! That was indeed impressive! Is there anything dynamite won't solve, I wonder?
Iron into steel, steel into arms, and we shall have fulfilled our first royal commission.
You are trying, at least. I know Samuel wouldn't have given up. There was a chance while your father still lived. No use dragging it out now he's gone.
There is no shame in producing weapons if it is in defense of the realm, eldest.
Thank the ickle-bickle barn mice.
I feel it reflects the times. To meet our patron is utterly humbling. If there is anything I can do, anything really, imagine it, and we can do it. That is a wonderful idea. Of course, you know what's best.
Aye.
Sir Archibald
Ready for assignment?
Ah, yes, the bright.
I find myself looking up to you, as the youngest often will.
Look sharp, the governor's here.
There'll be potholes, so watch out.
Thank your loving kindness. What brings you here, master?
I'm starting to wonder if you can't turn things around.
It's our human rights.
like the bottle. It's the boss.
It's no bright sands, but it really is something.
You reached a new milestone.
All I ever desired was a place to live and work.
Know what Annie does with royalists? We dunk you full of fish.